Hey there, YouTube. Tristan Blaze here. It has been a while, and honestly, I've just been doing a lot of training in terms of just hitting the gym, so I just haven't gotten around to doing another deck tech. Oh God, I got this strap around my wrist for the camera. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. Welcome to the Legacy world of Doomsday. The wonderful world of Doomsday combo. This is not the, obviously looking at these duels, awesome duels right here, these Lion's Eye Diamonds, you can tell this is not the budget Legacy Doomsday build. That sideboard going. This is the full boat, you could say. Like this is something you would bring to a Legacy tournament for Doomsday. Or, for like a tournament to kick ass and take names. Remember that one girl in high school or that one girl in college? She's way too fucking complicated to figure out. You just like, damn, I can't figure this woman out. I have no idea what's going on. Welcome to Legacy Doomsday. That's the deck. Okay, it is complicated. There's over 300 different piles that you will build with Doomsday to win, and each pile is cantrip hate pile, double piece of hate pile, Gaddock-Teeg hate pile, pass the turn. Are you going to tendrils? Are you going to lab maniac? Are you going to empty the warrens? Are you going to do shell dock isle, fast shell dock isle, pass the turn shell dock isle? Numerous piles. And we will go over every one of them in depth, just not in this video. This is going to be a short, quick deck tech and a little basic tutorial on how to play it. We start off with our basic cantrips, draw into stuff. We got our ponders, 4 brainstorms. We got 4 Gataxian probes, which are also used during your combo when you're going off. On some of them, some of the piles you will use Gataxian probe, as well as Sensei's Divining Top for card selection, before going off to set up, and during your combo, after your pile, you can build them in. If you have them in play, you may not need to build them in. Again, we're getting complicated already, and we've gone through 4 cards in the deck. Protection spells that I've chosen are 4 copies of Duress from Urza Block, 2 copies of Cabal Therapy. We go to the rituals, 4 Dark Rips, 1 Reign of Filth. We're going all in for this combo. I mean, when you cast Doomsday, you are all in. You don't win, you scoop. So, each land now sacrifices for 1 black mana. Hey, might as well generate more mana while you're at it. Abrupt Decays I've recently added to the build. Ever since building Eldrazi Stompy, I've been able to play test against decks that can go turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Thorn, or Sphere of Resistance. Abrupt Decay is needed against decks like that, as well as I've heard, I haven't played against the Miracles deck, so I don't know, but I've heard they're very good against Miracles, and seeing as how they use Countertop a lot, I can figure out why. Now we got our basic bread and butter, your Burning Wishes, 4 of them, 3 Doomsdays, 1 more Doomsday in the board for your wish, and that is basically your combo. Search your graveyard and library for 5 cards. That's your new library. Arrange them in any order, pay half your life, round it up upon resolution. The main win condition for the main deck is our Lab Maniac. I mean, we already got a 5-card library. Might as well draw all 5 and then just drop Lab Maniac and win the game there. We also will use Ideas Unbound. Now, some decks use Meditate, some decks use Infernal Contract. I use Ideas Unbound because to me it's a little bit easier. It's not as clunky as Meditate. Meditate It is 3 mana, but only 1 blue, whereas Ideas Unbound is 2 blue. 1 mana less, but 1 extra blue. When you're cracking Lion's Eye Diamonds, it doesn't matter, though. Now, for the mana base, which is the most stable mana base I have ever built, obviously, I have 2 Lotus Petals. I'm thinking of taking one of those out for a Mox Opal. Potentially taking one out for a Mox Opal. Potentially. 3 Lion's Eye Diamonds. I want to grab a 4th Lion's Eye Diamond, though. I'm saving up for that. Got 3 Flooded Strands, 3 Polluted Deltas, 2 Bloodstained Mires. If I could choose, I would pull a Flooded Strand and grab another Polluted Delta, just because Polluted Delta can grab any of your duels, any of your basics. It is the powerhouse fetch land in the deck. For our actual land that we tap for mana, 1 island, 1 swamp, 2 underground seas, 2 volcanic islands, a Badlands, and a tropical island. Now, you do have some really good, Badlands into like, Lotus Petal, Burning Wish, and just, Doomsday right off of that. But I would prefer that Badlands to be another underground sea, because basically you're a deck that wants a lot of blue and black mana. The Trop Island's there simply to give me a main deck source for Abrupt Decay. Now, in the sideboard I have another green duel, but it's not a Trop Island. I would like to get another tropical island for the sideboard, just for the lulz. Now going into the sideboard, we're going to now this is a small microcosm of Doomsday sideboards, you could say. There's many, many variations of what you could put on a Doomsday sideboard. We have our Shelldock Isle Emrakul plan for games 2 and 3 eventually. Doomsday and Infernal Contract for Burning Wish. Infernal Contract, unlike Ideas Unbound or Meditate, cannot be red elemental or pyroblasted. We have Time Spiral for some just really funky draw 7, untap all your crap insanity. Pulverize for multiple artifact hate. You could use Meltdown, you could use Shattering Spree. It all depends on what you really want. I like Pulverize because in the grand scheme of things, you pretty much want to cast it the turn you go off. Massacre for Death and Taxes, just random white hate. Void Snare for random permanents that need to be bounced, say like Gaddock Teague. More win conditions, Tendrils of Agony, Empty the Warrens. More protection in terms of 2 Cabal Therapies. 2 Xanid Swarms for those counterspell heavy decks. You get one of these down, and if you can stick it and keep it in play, you can just build up and then just go off. And then another copy, well, a copy of Bayou, but this, I would prefer that to be a tropical island, simply because I want access to blue mana as well. So, and again, this was a very, very rough description. Knowing what's in the deck is important, but this is one of the decks that literally requires massive amounts of just learning how to play it. So, we're going to go ahead and clean this up for a bit, and then I'm going to teach you how to play it. Alright, we're back. Now, gold fishing is a little bit different than playing against an actual opponent. Simply because blind Cabal Therapies are literally blind because you literally don't play against anyone. Okay, right off the bat, we have Ideas Unbound, which I don't like in the opener. We got a fetch, we got Petal, Doomsday Burning Wish, Probe, and a Therapy. So I'd keep. I would keep because I got one of my 2 combo pieces. I got at least some form of mana. Crack. And I go right for that. Now, you could go ahead, pay the 2 life, probe your opponent, and then Cabal Therapy. You could drop Lotus Petal, crack it, probe. It all depends on the deck you're playing. It really does. If you're playing against a slower deck, doesn't have a lot of counter magic, you know, depending on how the deck plays, you might not have a problem with it. Really fast deck, you might need to Cabal Therapy just to get something out of their hand. Okay, we got the LED. Ooh. If we draw a Dark Writ, it is over technically. Okay, turn 2, or turn 3. Brainstorm. Go all in. Blue, Brainstorm. There's a Dark Writ. No, wait, no. Yeah, play it better. Ideas Unbound is going to go back into the deck. My mistake on that one. Got too excited. Dark Writ for 3 black. Play Doomsday. Graveyard goes on top of the library when you do it. I'm going to grab a probe, Sensei's Top, Lion's Eye Diamond. The Ideas Unbound that I put back in. Laboratory Maniac. Here's how we are going to establish our pile. First card is going to be Ideas Unbound. Next 3 cards, Probe, Top, LED. Last card, Laboratory Maniac. Play the Lion's Eye Diamond. Pay 2 life, look at our opponent's hand. Wow! Probe is on the stack, sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond. Discard our hand. 3 blue. All we're doing is blue mana from now on. Draw, play Ideas Unbound. Draw 3, discard 3, end of your turn. 1 mana left. Play the LED. Play the top. Pay 2 life again on the stack. Sack the LED. 3 blue. Boom. Draw, play Lab Maniac. Tap, draw the card. No cards in library, and you draw, you win the game. That is a basic Laboratory Maniac pile. That is one of 350 different piles, I guess, for the deck. Like legitimately, like 300 something different piles. Once a week, I'm going to go over 5 separate piles. I am not going to shuffle up and then like literally play each individual one from just a starting 60 card deck. I will show you, because the odds of me getting everything to work that way are brutal in terms of how much time it will take. What I will do is I will show you the cards you need. Some cards are not going to be in this build that I play. I don't play Ill-Gotten Gains. I don't run Street Wraith. There are versions of Doomsday that do. So I'm going to play those piles differently. Well, I'm going to play those piles simply if you want to put those in your deck. Ill-Gotten Gains, you can have some fun with it, but it's not as powerful as it used to be. So, Legacy Doomsday. One of the hardest, if not the hardest, combo decks in Legacy right now. I love it. It is hilarious because it is a mind-bending, skill-testing deck. Like Brainstorm and Cabal Therapy are very, very skill-testing cards. Add to the fact that you now have to make a pile of 5 cards with Doomsday. Sometimes double Doomsday, sometimes double Burning Wishes. This is a very, very skill-intensive build. I recommend, if you've played other combo builds, if you look at my deck text on my channel, if you played the budget Doomsday combo that is on my channel. Budget Doomsday combo is relatively easy to play. There's only a couple of piles you're ever going to use. This is infinitely harder. If you're going to play it, it is a massive investment in time. I have been tinkering with this deck for over 6 months straight. Like 6 months straight just playing it. And the number one tip I can give anybody going to play Doomsday, the biggest thing you need to learn is what hand to keep and what hand to throw away at the beginning of the game. Do you mulligan or do you keep it? If you can master that, you are really good at the deck already. That is by far the hardest thing to master, figuring out what hand to keep. So like, comment, subscribe, and be ready for more videos on this deck. Because again, I'm going through about 5 piles every week that I'm going to go through. I'm going to videotape 5 piles a week. It's going to be a weekly update. This is going to be like a recurring deck tech, to like continue, like part 1. This is part 1. Wait till we get to like part 57. Yeah, 57. Not even, this is, 57. That's going to be a year from now. I'm still going to have more parts after that one. So like I said, recurring deck tech. Peace out.